All right, so let's get started. I guess most of you, now I know that a lot of you are attending your online classes for college and additional lessons as well. So today's topic is going to be on think deep, think different. Today we are going to be addressing a little bit of aspect of how do each of us think. Okay, we're going to the first part of it. We do it without knowing all day, every day, but we're going to start looking at how do we think. Okay, so just a few things before you start. I think Satish gave a brief about me. I am an alumni of Thrissur Engineering College, of course. Then I was studying abroad and working abroad for a while, and I've been here back in India. I live out of Bangalore right now. I mainly concerned with Manipal global education. I do a lot of corporate work, but you are my first batch of non-corporate people, I should say. But I have worked in the university. I used to teach MBA programs as well here in Bangalore for a few universities as well. So currently, I manage the leadership and management programs for Manipal ProLearn, it is called, and I work with various corporates across India and other countries as well. Okay, so just a set of ground rules before we get started. I guess you have been attending a lot, but still, please make sure that you are in a calm and quiet place. I see that you are all in your own spaces, as and it is quiet and you're able to be attentive. Yes, if you're on video, probably I'm able to see you. If you're not on video, I know that you're logged in, but I would request you to be present physically, emotionally, intellectually, and mainly today you have to be, in your full form. Hope all of you had a good breakfast. I hope. What time is it in Kuwait, right? So probably it's like 10 or is it 11?
It's 11.
It's 11, okay, nice. So we're going to do some level of thinking today, basic level of thinking. And yeah, so I think if you want to share your thoughts, you can always speak up, or because it's going to be a lot of interactions. That's what it's going to be today. And also you can put your, share thoughts and ask any questions on chat. So to go quickly, if there is I may be asking yes and no questions, you can say Y or N, or if you want to make a quick questions, will go on fast. You may want to reply on chat. Yeah. All right. So I'm told most of you are from 9th and 10th grade. So can you just please type in which grade you're studying in right now, just for my understanding, please. You can just type in which grade, or even if you're studying, if you're in the college, you can tell me that, or wherever you're. Okay, good, 8, 9, 10, okay, and okay, all right. Thank you. And what is your favorite subject in school? What do you like? What is your favorite subject? Maths, okay, Raju, thank you. Social studies, okay, mathematics, Anushree, physics and maths, Parvati, okay, thank you. Maths, Anantita, okay, maths and social studies, Abhiram. All right, good. All right, biology and mathematics, Ivano, nice. Good. Actually, my daughter is doing biomedical, so she loves maths and she loves biology. Yeah, maths and physics. Okay, Phil. Good. Very good. Anybody else? Okay, biology and engineering. Okay, thank you, Anseli. So if you look at it, right, all of us have different interests, and we all think a little bit differently as well, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you. So before we start talk about thinking, I would probably, you should probably sit straight. I'm also sitting straight. Okay, sit straight. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. And you are going to tell me what is thinking? What do you think? What is it? What does it mean? What is thinking? Sorry, yes?
Analyzing.
Analyzing, yes. Okay, it comes after you get a thought. Okay, fine. What else? I guess you're thinking right now, right? I guess, yeah? Okay. So what? Oh, nice. Okay, it's a thought process. Okay. Thank you, Abhiram. Yeah. This is a process of producing thoughts. So how many thoughts do you get in a day, you think? How many thoughts do you process in a day, roughly? Do you know? Okay. Hundreds and thousands of thoughts, right? It's just not going to be like a 5 or 10, right? You're thinking very, very, yeah, yes, okay, very, very, very fast. Okay, right? Now, do you think a lot? Yes, no, I don't know. You can put a Y or a N, okay? All right, okay, you think a lot. And what all do you think? How well do you think? You're all thinking right now what to say, right? All right. So we will start looking at what sort of how our brain works a little bit, and then also see what all do we think and how do we think. It is going to help us going forward. The reason we are talking about this topic, guys, it is very important that I'm sure you all know what a World Economic Forum is, right? In the list of World Economic Forum, they say that the most required set of skills that you need today and going forward as well in your 11th, 12th, your bachelor's, your corporate life is what we call it as critical thinking, because a lot of times, you have to think a bit based upon what technology you work in, what subject you study, or even in terms of being able to solve a problem. That's what you do pretty much on a day-to-day basis, because you're always trying to solve something. You are trying to make decisions, right? You're going to have this, that, you're going to have food, what food side of a food today morning, then idli or dosha or lunch or paratha, whatever it may be. You're making a lot of decisions. I just give you the simpler sort of ones, right? But you're going to think a lot more things, and you have to make decisions as well. So let us see how our brain sort of helps us to do this. We will understand a little bit. Okay, let me ask you one thing. How many thoughts can you have at one time? Can you have multiple thoughts at the same time? So you can say a yes or a no. How much can you have multiple thoughts? No, yes. Yes, no, yes, yes, yes. Okay, anybody? Yes, okay, yes, 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 yes. Okay, actually, I would like to ask Ivano. Why did you say no, Ivano? Why do you think I want to ask if Ivano, you can unmute and tell us, why did you think that we cannot have multiple thoughts at the same? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, while thinking something, we just can't think everything at the same time. And if you're thinking about one thing, you have to think and finish it at the next one.
Interesting. Okay, now that Ivano said that, do you agree with her or not? Do you think she's right, or anybody wants to say otherwise? Okay, Raju says yes, and another says yes. Okay, Ivano, you've got a lot more votes coming up right now for you. Okay, all right. Okay, so now people are saying that you cannot think multiple thoughts at the same time. People say, I do multitasking, I do this, I do that, right? But what do they actually do? So let us see what Ivano said is right, or you want to ask her more questions, right? So what do you see on the slide right now? You can tell me all the characteristics of that as well. I hope you see a flower. What do you see? Tell me what all you see in a flower.
The petals, the leaves.
Okay. Yes, the petals, the leaves, yes. Okay. What else do you see?
The pollen.
The pollen you see. Okay. Then what else do you see?
A pot behind.
A pot behind. Okay. Then what do you see? What else do you see in the flower? So how much details do you look in that? Also, you have a picture here. Okay. What else do you see in the flower? Apart from the pollen, the petals, anything else?
Droplets.
Droplets are there. Okay. Yeah. All right. So now you all saw this red, right? Or called the hibiscus flower. Now what I want you to do is take a look at it and now close your eyes. So I want you to look at this and now close your eyes. And now I want you to unthink the flower. What do you mean unthink? You cannot think about the flower. Okay, you can think of anything else, but you cannot think the red flower that you saw right now. Okay, can you do that? Oh, okay, okay. Now we can open your eyes. So tell me what happened. Were you able to unthink the flower? No, okay, all right.
But then I
Sorry?
started thinking about something else.
Yeah, start about thinking. Okay, right. Thank you, Parvati. So, okay, so Abhiram, why did you say yes? Were you able to unthink the flower? What happened, Abhiram? So when you unthought or unthink the flower, what happened, Abhiram?
I thought about the leaf and the pots.
Okay, good. So you actually moved out of that, right? Exactly what Parvati said. So, as Ivano said, at one point of time, probably you can think about in a black and white flower. Or I just put an example, something else, right? So if something else is coming to your thought, the red flower thought goes away, right? This goes away, right? And you have to override with a new thought. That is how it is, right? And we do it all the time. It's almost like this, guys. So let us say you go and sit in front of your television, right? You know that there are 1,000 channels running and consider them as 1,000 thoughts. But at one point of time, you can see only one screen, one channel in that. Yeah, if you have a picture in picture, I'm not talking about picture in picture. I'm just talking about you can see only one channel on TV. Just like that, you can only see one thought at a time, right? So I'll tell you to bring this point. We always talk about a story. So we talk about this very nice story where a long time ago, ഒരു കൊച്ചു ഗ്രാമം, ഓക്കെ. അപ്പോൾ ഒരു ദിവസം കാലത്ത് നോക്കിയപ്പോൾ ഒരാൾ വന്നിരിക്കുന്നു അവിടെ ആ ഗ്രാമത്തില്. ആൾ എന്തോ വിൽക്കുകയാണ് അവിടെ, ഓക്കെ. നോക്കിയപ്പോൾ കണ്ടമാനം പേര് ലൈൻ നിൽക്കുന്നുണ്ട്, എന്തോ വാങ്ങിക്കാനാണ് നിൽക്കുന്നത്. അവര് വലിയ ക്യൂ അവിടെ വെച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്. അദ്ദേഹം അവിടെ ഒരു ടേബിളിൽ കുറെ ബോട്ടിൽസ് ഒക്കെ വെച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്. അപ്പോ അന്വേഷിച്ചപ്പോ എന്താന്ന് വെച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞാല് അദ്ദേഹം വന്നിരിക്കുന്നത് ആ ഗ്രാമത്തില് കഷണ്ടിക്കുള്ള മരുന്ന് വിൽക്കാനാണ്. എന്താ വെക്കാണ്? ഫോർ യുവർ ബോൾഡ്നെസ്. ഓക്കെ, ഹി ഈസ് സെല്ലിങ് എ ഓയിൽ ഫോർ യുവർ ബോൾഡ്നെസ്. So everybody, people who are bald in the village are waiting to buy a bottle. It's very expensive. Okay, the only thing is that each of the people standing in the queue, they need to go to him, and then he will take the money and tell you something, and then he will give you the bottle. So when each one of the person in the queue comes to this guy and he says, okay, remember this is a very expensive bottle of medicine, okay, and it will work only at one time. But one thing for you, very important, when you take the oil in your hand, കയ്യിൽ എണ്ണ എടുത്ത് തലയിൽ വെക്കുമ്പോ, you should not think about a pink elephant. If you think about a pink elephant, this oil will not work for you. മനസ്സിലായോ? So look at the beautiful trick, how our mind is, how we think. Okay, so what that particular നടക്കുന്ന കഥയാണ് ശരിക്കും പറഞ്ഞാൽ. But if you look at it, how it is presented, he puts it as a big thing, he's fooling everybody, right? And let me ask you this question. വാങ്ങിച്ച ആള് അടുത്ത പ്രാവശ്യം കയ്യില് എണ്ണ എടുക്കുമ്പോ എന്താ ഓർമ്മ വരിക?
Pink elephant.
Thank you, right? Will it work? It will not work, right? So this is a story to tell you clearly that how you play with your thinking and how you can influence. That's a little bit later, okay? So either നമ്മൾ ഇപ്പൊ നോക്കിയാൽ നമ്മുടെ കഥകളിലും ഇതുപോലെ കുറെ ക്യാരക്ടേഴ്സ് ഉണ്ട്. we sort of take a thinking process or a thought. നമ്മൾ കുറച്ചുകൂടി പോകുമ്പോൾ we'll see a little bit more how we do that. But we always put these people together and we'll see prepare a beautiful character who actually is the main character of this particular thinking process. Okay. All right. So, we're also going to understand a little bit more, and I'm going to give you a short screen. Okay. You can please keep your hands on the keyboard and you have to give me answers on the chat window. All right. Sharing. So, okay, one more thing I want to tell you is that what we are going to talk about, a lot of things is not what I thought about. The first few concepts that we will talk about is by this person by name Daniel Kahneman. He was the Nobel Prize winner. Economics in the Nobel Prize winner. And one more thing you should see. Any of these great thinkers, so he's an economist, he's a psychologist, he's a variety of topics they would have thought through. So thinking is the key. In the subject, but the main skill that we need to develop is thinking. And how well do we think? What is the quality of the thinking that we carry out? That is very important, right? Okay, so just to give you this is a lot of work is done by him, and I've also included a few other things, but let us see this how it is happening. And you have to monitor yourself as to how you are answering the question. Okay, what do you see in the screen? No, Parayana, you please write what you see on the screen right now. Okay, Tine Raju says ABC. വേറെന്താ കണ്ടത് നിങ്ങൾ പറയൂ ആരെങ്കിലും? ABC ക്യാപിറ്റൽ ലെറ്റേഴ്സിൽ. ഓക്കെ പാർവതി. ഈ അഭിറാമിന് എല്ലാം കാണുന്നുണ്ടല്ലോ വേറെ. ഓക്കെ, A13C കണ്ടില്ലേ? ഞാൻ just look at it. I am showing the same thing to everyone. Okay, ABC in a square. Okay, good. പിന്നെ A space B. Okay, ABC written in a box. Okay, all right. പിന്നെ ഓക്കെ, കുഴപ്പമില്ല. ഇതാണ് എല്ലാവരും മോസ്റ്റ്ലി ഇതാണ് കണ്ടത് അല്ലേ? അഭിറാം എങ്ങനെയാണ് A13C എന്ന് കണ്ടതെന്ന് പറയൂ അഭിറാം.
Sir, in B there was a gap.
അത് ശരി. ബാക്കിയുള്ളവർ കണ്ടോ? അറിയില്ല എനിക്ക്. ബാക്കിയുള്ളവർ പറഞ്ഞു, എല്ലാവരും പറഞ്ഞു ABC ആണ്. അഭിറാം മാത്രമാണ് പറയുന്നത് A13C. ഓക്കെ, കുഴപ്പമില്ല. Okay, so what you're looking at when you look at something, right? Okay, I have one more person. I hope I read your name right. Inba is good. Inba, I hope I have called it Inba. Yeah, okay. Inba has also seen it as 813C. Okay, good. So, നമ്മൾ എല്ലാവരും നോക്കുന്നത് ഒരു ഐറ്റം ആണ്, റൈറ്റ്? സ്ക്രീനിൽ കാണിച്ചപ്പോൾ. പക്ഷെ we all of us read it differently. Okay, നിങ്ങൾ മനസ്സിലാക്കണം. That is how we are all different and how we think in the brain. That is the thing you should remember. And also how well we process things നമ്മൾ കണ്ടുപിടിക്കേണ്ടതായിരിക്കണം. Okay. But by the way, guys, there's no right or wrong here. It is what we are going through right now is trying to analyze how each one of us think. There's no right or wrong answers. Every answer is right. It is just the way that we think. And you don't need to change the way that you think, but you should be aware only if you know how you think. Then you will know how we can think differently or think deeply or think laterally or think creatively or whatever it may be. But you have to know, you have to be aware of how you think. Okay, fine. Sure. Where also mathematical questions to come. What is the answer for this question? It is not a trick question, by the way. Okay, okay, right. Okay, right. Oh, good. നന്നായി അല്ലേ? ഇനി അടുത്ത ചോദ്യം ഇതെന്താ എന്ന് പറയൂ. എത്ര ആൻസർ പറയൂ? ഓക്കെ, കറക്റ്റ്. അടിച്ചു കേൾക്കണ്ട എല്ലാവരും, നന്നായി. ഓക്കെ, എല്ലാരും കിട്ടിയ ഉത്തരം. ഇതിലെത്രയാന്ന് പറയൂ? ഓക്കെ, കളി. ഓക്കെ, നിങ്ങൾ എല്ലാരും വില്ലന്മാരാണല്ലോ. ഇതിനെത്രയാന്ന് പറയൂ? അപ്പൊ നിങ്ങൾ ഒന്ന് സ്റ്റോപ്പ് അടിച്ചു അല്ലെ, ഒന്ന് പോസ് ആയി നിങ്ങൾ അല്ലെ. അപ്പോ നിങ്ങൾ ഇത്ര ഫാസ്റ്റ് ആയിട്ട് വണ്ടി ഓടിയിരുന്ന നിങ്ങളുടെ ബ്രെയിൻ വാസ് റണ്ണിങ് സോ ഫാസ്റ്റ്, പെട്ടെന്ന് ഒരു ബ്രേക്ക് ഇട്ട പോലെ. ഇതാണ് the book is called Thinking Fast, Thinking Slow. കാരണം what happened right now is that first you think I'm going to show the answer. No, I'm not going to show the answer. Okay, but what I'm saying is there are these two called system 1 and system 2, as Daniel Kahneman says, that ഇപ്പൊ ഞാനൊരു കാര്യം ചോദിക്കട്ടെ, ഈ 2+2 എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് നിങ്ങൾ ഉറങ്ങുകയാണ് ഇന്ന് കാലത്ത് അച്ഛൻ അമ്മയെ വിളിച്ചിട്ട് ചോദിക്കുക 2+2 എത്രയാ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ നിങ്ങൾ എന്താ പറയാ? 4 എന്ന് പറയില്ലേ? യെസ്, ഓക്കെ, പറയും. അത് എവിടുന്നാണ് വരുന്നത്? നിങ്ങൾ അപ്പോൾ ഇരുന്ന് കാലത്ത് എനിക്കിരുന്ന് കൂട്ടുകയാണോ? Where is it coming from? Where is that data coming from in your brain? Brain. And how are you? Other casual, but you're just taking it off, right? It's in a subconscious brain, right? A lot of things are there. അപ്പൊ നിങ്ങൾ കൂട്ടിയിട്ടോ പെരുക്കിട്ടോ ഒന്നല്ല ഉത്തരം പറയുന്നത്, ബിക്കോസ് യു ആർ, നമ്മൾ 1ാം ക്ലാസ് മുതൽ 1 1 2 2 നമ്മൾ പാടി പഠിച്ചതാണ്, നമ്മൾ എല്ലാവരുടെ പോലെ പഠിച്ചതാണ് അല്ലെ. അപ്പൊ അതൊക്കെ ഇപ്പോഴല്ല ഓർമ്മയുണ്ട്. ഉറക്കത്തിൽ വിളിച്ചാലും ചോദിക്കും, നിങ്ങൾ എന്ത് ഇരുട്ട് ചോദിച്ചാലും നിങ്ങൾ ഉത്തരമൊക്കെ പറയും അതൊക്കെ അല്ലെ. But when a new thing comes, when your brain has to apply something, you come to a screeching halt, right? There are a lot of things that we do that makes us pause a little bit and think, or at that time what happens, either you give up, the brain will just, oh no, I'm not going to do this, right? Or some people try to do the multiplication, right? So our brain will start responding in different perspectives. You all with me? ശരി, ഇനി നമ്മൾ again നമ്മുടെ ബ്രെയിൻ എങ്ങനെയാണ് ചില കാര്യങ്ങൾ വർക്ക് ചെയ്യുന്നതെന്ന് നോക്കാം. Which line appears bigger എന്ന് പറയൂ? Which one do you think is longer, I should say, which is short, which is long? The one at the top or on the bottom? Which is longer or bigger, I should say?
The second one, but then the line is of the same length.
Okay. Abraham said second, and Parathi saying probably it is same. And then same, okay, yeah, because see, now you see, look at the question. Okay, good, very nice. Okay, same, second, okay, right. But as you said, you're all smart people. You know that they are the same, yes, but which one appears bigger? And let me see, if I ask you a question, but some people said no, both are same. I asked you which seems bigger, which appears to be big, right? Which appears bigger? അപ്പൊ നമ്മുടെ മൈൻഡ് പ്രോസസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത് കൂടിയും കുറച്ച് ഡിഫറെന്റ് ആണ്, റൈറ്റ്? നമ്മൾ എത്ര മാത്സാ പഠിച്ചത്? നമ്മൾ 8 9 10 ഒക്കെ അല്ലേ പഠിക്കുന്നത്. അപ്പൊ നമ്മൾ കണ്ടമാനം മാത്സ് പഠിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്. അപ്പൊ നമ്മൾക്ക് ജോമെട്രി പഠിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്. അതൊക്കെ നമ്മൾക്ക് അറിയാം. വി ആർ സ്മാർട്ട്, റൈറ്റ്? ബട്ട് you are right that it is same, but even if when I ask which line appears bigger, some people say it's the same. That's one thought process, right? You're just analyzing what we say and what we think, okay? And also you know that it is same length, yeah, but how it is put, it appears bigger. The bottom one sort of appears bigger, right? Longer, I should say. Okay, you're analyzing your thought process, and you're to tell me why do you. So today we are looking at why do I think the way I think. മാത്രമേ നോക്കാൻ പോകുള്ളൂ കേട്ടോ, വേറൊന്നുമില്ല. നമ്മൾ വെറുതെ അനലൈസ് ചെയ്യാൻ പോവാണ്, വേറൊന്നുമില്ല. ഇനി ഇതെന്താന്ന് പറയൂ? What did you see here? Paryu, please write down what you see. 1 2 1 3 1 4. Okay, next. 1 2 1 3 1 4. Abraham 1 3. Raju 1 2 1 3 1 4. Then okay. Oh, D oral Dhanushri D B 14. Oh, അത് കളിക്കല്ലോ ധനുശ്രീ. എന്താന്ന് പറയൂ? ധനുശ്രീ എങ്ങനെയാ അതങ്ങനെ കാണുന്നത് എന്ന് പറയൂ.
കാലിഗ്രാഫിൽ എഴുതുമ്പോ ചില സമയത്ത് ഇങ്ങനെ വരാറുണ്ട്.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. So ധനുശ്രീയുടെ ബാക്ക്ഗ്രൗണ്ട് എന്താ പറയൂ? വാട്ട് ആർ യുവർ ഇൻട്രസ്റ്റ് എന്ന് പറയൂ ധനുശ്രീ.
ഞാന് മെയിൻലി ഇപ്പൊ ഫോക്കസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത് ക്രിമിനോളജിയിലാണ്.
Okay.
ക്രിമിനോളജി പഠിക്കാൻ ഭയങ്കര ഇഷ്ടമാണ്.
Okay.
പിന്നെ അത്യാവശ്യം വരയ്ക്കും, എഴുതും.
Okay, thank you. So Dhanushree is thinking a little bit differently. Earlier, Abhiram was also seeing things people did not see. But as I said, if I said this, right, it is sort of similarly that, say, ആദ്യം നമ്മള് നമ്മുടെ ആരാ പറയാ അഭിരാമാണ് അവിടെ 1-3 കണ്ടത്, ബി വിട്ടിട്ടുണ്ടെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ട്. ഇപ്പൊ ധനുശ്രീയാണ് പറയുന്നത് ധനുശ്രീ ഇവിടെ 1-3 എന്നാ കാണുന്നതെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ട്. But if you look at it, even if it is similar, people tend to look at and read things differently. മനസ്സിലായോ? Yeah, so we all are looking at same things, but how do we walk away with different thoughts? ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞ ഇത് ചിലപ്പോൾ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ധനുശ്രീ കയ്യിൽ കിട്ടിയെന്ന് അടിച്ചാൽ എന്താണോ പറയുന്നത്, നിങ്ങൾ ഡി ഒക്കെ ബി ഒക്കെ കാണണമെന്നൊക്കെ ചോദിക്കുക അല്ലേ? But it is all, there is no wrong or right answer. It is because how later we'll talk about what are mental models. Okay, കുറച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് ഇപ്പോൾ അല്ല, നമ്മൾ അവിടെ എത്തിയിട്ടില്ല. അപ്പോൾ അതൊക്കെ പിന്നെ നോക്കാം. But today we are just going to look at, just to be aware of നമ്മുടെ ബ്രെയിൻ എങ്ങനെയാണ് വർക്ക് ചെയ്യണം, നമ്മുടെ സ്വന്തം നമ്മൾ അറിയാത്ത കാര്യങ്ങളൊക്കെ കണ്ടുപിടിക്കാൻ പോകുന്നത്. So next, has anybody heard what is called a Stroop test? കേട്ടിട്ടുണ്ടോ ആരെങ്കിലും? Stroop test എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ എന്താ അറിയോ? ഓക്കെ, നമ്മൾ പറയാം. വെരി സിമ്പിൾ വൺ. ഓക്കെ, നോ പ്രോബ്ലം. അപ്പൊ നിങ്ങൾ എന്താ ചെയ്യുന്ന പറഞ്ഞത്, ഐ വോണ്ട് പ്രോബ്ലി ബി ഏബിൾ ടു ഹിയർ യു. ഒരു 2 മിനിറ്റ് നിങ്ങൾ എല്ലാവരും ഓഡിയോ ഓൺ ചെയ്യാം. ഐ എം ഗോയിങ് ടു ടെൽ യു സംതിങ്. Okay, so what you have to do, you're actually going to say something. Okay guys, you're going to say aloud what color you see. എന്ത് കളറാണ് കാണുന്നത് നിങ്ങൾ പറയണം. ഓക്കെ, നിങ്ങൾ വായിക്കാണ്ട് പറയണം. നിങ്ങൾ എത്ര വേഗത്തിൽ പറയാൻ പറ്റുന്നതാണ് നമ്മൾ നോക്കാൻ പോണത്. ഓക്കെ, അപ്പൊ നിങ്ങൾ എനിക്ക് ഓഡിയോ ഓൺ ചെയ്താൽ എനിക്ക് നിങ്ങളൊക്കെ കേൾക്കാൻ പറ്റുള്ളൂ. ഓക്കെ, alright.
Green.
Violet.
Yellow. Blue. Red. Black. Green. Blue.
Red. Black.
Yellow.
Green.
Green.
Orange.
Purple.
Yellow.
Green.
Gray. Gray.
Green. Purple. Yellow. Blue.
Black.
Red. Black. Red.
Okay, now എല്ലാരും മ്യൂട്ട് ചെയ്തോളൂ. എവറിബഡി മ്യൂട്ട് യുവർ ഫോൺ. എന്താ പറ്റിയത്? നിങ്ങൾ എത്ര വലിയ കുട്ടികളാ? കളറും പേരും ഒരുമിച്ച് തന്നാ പറ്റുന്നില്ല അല്ലേ? So tell me what is happening in your brain. Why is that? നിങ്ങൾ ആദ്യം കാണിച്ച കോളത്തിൽ എല്ലാ അതാത് കളറുകളാണ്, ഗ്രീൻ, വയലറ്റ്, യെല്ലോ, ബ്ലൂ, റെഡ്, ബ്ലാക്ക്. രണ്ടാമത്തെ മൂന്നാമത്തെ കോളം കാണിക്കുമ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ കംപ്ലീറ്റ് സ്പെല്ലിംഗ് മിസ്റ്റേക്ക് ആയി അല്ലെ? തെറ്റി പറഞ്ഞു നമ്മൾ തന്നെ പെട്ടെന്ന് സ്ലോ ആയി അല്ലേ? Am I right? Yes. Why do you think that happened? Just tell me what you think.
ഓർഡറിൽ പോയി കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് പെട്ടെന്ന് ഇത് ഓൾറെഡി നമ്മളുടെ മൈൻഡ് വായിക്കരുതെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞപ്പോ വായിച്ചു പോയി.
Okay, അതൊന്ന് ശരി.
I think we can't resist reading the words.
Okay, ശരി, fine. പേരെന്താന്ന് പറയൂ. Okay. വേറെ കാര്യം, give me another perspective of this.
We must have thought it as a pattern.
We must have thought about it as a pattern. Well, okay, then വേറെന്താ?
These are all colors names, so mind automatically associates it with the color.
Okay. All right. ശരി. Okay. ഞാൻ ഒരു കാര്യം പറയട്ടെ. ഞാൻ ഇപ്പൊ ഗ്രീൻ ഉള്ളത്, I hope you don't know this language. Something like Greek or Latin, I put it. Okay. Let us say ഞാൻ ഇത് മുഴുവൻ ഗ്രീക്കിൽ എഴുതുകയാണെന്ന് വിചാരിക്കുക. ഗ്രീൻ ഇംഗ്ലീഷില് ബ്ലൂയിൽ എഴുതിക്കുന്നത് ഞാൻ വന്നിട്ട് ബ്ലൂ ഫോണ്ടില് I put it in Italian or Greek. അപ്പൊ നിങ്ങൾ എന്താ പറയാ? Can you imagine like that? Can you visualize like that? Okay? അപ്പൊ നിങ്ങൾ കറക്റ്റ് ആയിട്ട് പറയും. ഓക്കെ, റൈറ്റ്. ഇപ്പൊ എന്താ പറ്റിയെന്ന് വെച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞാല് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് അറിയാമെന്നുള്ള പ്രശ്നമാണ് ഇപ്പൊ കാരണം. മനസ്സിലായോ? ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് പഠിച്ചു പോയി എന്നുള്ള, ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് നല്ല മാർക്ക് കിട്ടി എന്നുള്ള ഒരു കുറ്റം കൊണ്ടാണ് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് നിങ്ങളുടെ ബുദ്ധി അങ്ങനെ വർക്ക് ചെയ്യാതിരിക്കുന്നത്. അപ്പൊ നിങ്ങൾ ഐ വോണ്ട് യു ടു തിങ്ക് അബൌട്ട് ദിസ് എക്സാമ്പിൾ. കാരണം ഒരു വിധത്തിൽ പറഞ്ഞാൽ നമ്മൾ എഡ്യൂക്കേഷൻ കൂടെ ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ എന്താ പറ്റാന്ന് നമ്മൾ തന്നെ കണ്ടുപിടിക്കേണ്ടതാണ്. ഓക്കെ, നമ്മളൊക്കെ മാസ്റ്റേഴ്സും PhDയും പോസ്റ്റ് ഡോക്ക് കഴിഞ്ഞ ആൾക്കാരുടെ പരുവം എന്തായിരിക്കും എന്ന് എനിക്ക് പറയാൻ പറ്റില്ല. ഓക്കെ, ബട്ട് യു ഷുഡ് അണ്ടർസ്റ്റാൻഡ് എ ബേസിക് തിങ്, റൈറ്റ്? Because your mind is contradicting. You have two things going cutting across. ഇപ്പൊ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് കളറും അറിയാം, ഇംഗ്ലീഷും അറിയാം. ഇപ്പൊ ഞാൻ കളർ ഇംഗ്ലീഷും കൂടി ഇട്ടപ്പോ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് എന്താ ചെയ്യണത്? പെട്ടെന്നൊരു കോൺഫ്ലിക്റ്റ് ആയി ബ്രെയിനിൽ. ശരിയാണോ? ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞ പോലെ ഞാൻ ഗ്രീക്കിലോ ലാറ്റിനോ ഇത് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് വായിക്കാൻ അറിയില്ലാത്തത് കൊണ്ട് സുഖമായിട്ട് നമ്മൾ തത്വ പറഞ്ഞൊക്കെ നല്ല ബ്യൂട്ടിഫുൾ ആയിട്ട് കളേഴ്സ് പറഞ്ഞേനെ. This is the problem of being able to know too many things, right? Okay, let me ask you this: how many of you watched a program in National Geographic special called Brain Games? Brain Games on the program. Okay. So I would like you to take a look at that. നിങ്ങൾ വെറുതെ ഗൂഗിൾ ചെയ്യൂ, look at Brain Games. നിങ്ങൾ ഇതുപോലെ കണ്ടമാനമായ കഥകൾ നിങ്ങൾ കണ്ടുപിടിക്കും. നിങ്ങളുടെ ബ്രെയിനെ കുറിച്ചുള്ള കാര്യങ്ങൾ, എന്തുകൊണ്ടാണ് നമ്മൾ ഇങ്ങനെ തിങ്ക് ചെയ്യുന്നതും, ആൻഡ് ഹൗ ഡു വി ഡു ഓൾ ദീസ് തിങ്സ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു വരും. ഓക്കെ, സോ വി ഷുഡ് ജസ്റ്റ് അവെയർ ദാറ്റ് ചിലപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ എന്താ ചെയ്യേണ്ടതെന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ നിങ്ങൾ യു ഹാവ് ടു ബ്ലോക്ക് ദ നോളേജ് ദാറ്റ് യു ആർ ഇംഗ്ലീഷ്, അല്ലേ? അത് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ നിങ്ങൾ ഗ്രീൻ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ പേരും ബ്ലൂ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞേനെ, റൈറ്റ്? അടുത്തത് ഈ മിഡിൽ കോളത്തില് ബ്ലൂ എന്ന് റെഡിലെ അപ്പൊ നിങ്ങൾ റെഡ് എന്നാ പറയേണ്ടത്, പക്ഷെ നിങ്ങൾ ബ്ലൂ എന്നാ പറയണത്, അല്ലേ? ഹൗ ഡു യു ബ്ലോക്ക് ഔട്ട് സം തിങ്സ് ദാറ്റ് യു നോ ടു ഡു സംതിങ് എൽസ് ഇസ് ഓൾസോ അനദർ തിങ്. ഓക്കെ, all with me? ശരി, നമ്മൾ ഇനി അടുത്തത് എന്താണെന്ന് നോക്കാം നമ്മൾ. ഓക്കെ, do you think it is difficult to think? തോന്നുന്നുണ്ടോ നിങ്ങൾക്ക്? Do you how is the പറയൂ സന്ധ്യ, പാർവതി പറയൂ.
Only during exams.
അപ്പൊ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ നിങ്ങൾ തിങ്ക് ചെയ്യാറില്ല?
No, it's only hard to think during exams.
Okay, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ you are okay to think. Okay, ശരി. അപ്പൊ നിങ്ങൾ കാൽക്കുലസ് ആയാലും എന്ത് പ്രോബ്ലം തന്നാലും കുഴപ്പമില്ല, you don't feel it difficult, എക്സാമിന് മാത്രം. That's also a good thing. Okay, so what happens is that when we start to think, either നിങ്ങൾ പറയില്ലേ, actually we use up a lot of energy. അമ്മയോ അമ്മൂമ്മയോ മുത്തശ്ശിയൊക്കെ പറയില്ലേ, പരീക്ഷ വരെയല്ലേ നല്ലവണ്ണം കഴിക്കണം, ആഹാരം കഴിച്ചാൽ നല്ലവണ്ണം പഠിക്കാൻ പറ്റില്ലെന്ന് കേട്ടിട്ടുണ്ടോ? അമ്മ പറയാറില്ലേ? Because we actually use a lot of CPU at that time. Yeah, നമ്മൾ ശരിക്കും പഠിക്കാൻ we have to actually put an extra effort to think. നമ്മൾ എങ്ങനെയാണ് തിങ്ക് ചെയ്യുന്നത്? ഒരു പ്രോബ്ലം തന്നാല് നമ്മൾ ഡീപ്പായിട്ട് തിങ്ക് ചെയ്യോ, വേറെ how do we think എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് വേറെ കാര്യമാണ്. ശരിയോ? അപ്പൊ നമ്മൾ ഇനി കുറച്ചുകൂടി നമ്മൾ എങ്ങനെയാണ് ആലോചിക്കണമെന്ന് നോക്കാം. ഒരു ചെറിയൊരു ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ, ചെറിയ മാത്തമാറ്റിക്കൽ പ്രോബ്ലം നമ്മൾ ആൻസർ ചെയ്യാം. A bat and a ball costs 1 rupee and 10 paise. Okay, നിങ്ങൾ ഈ ചോദ്യം ചോദിച്ച് വേഗം നിങ്ങൾ ഉത്തരം പറയണം ചാറ്റില്. Okay, a bat and a ball costs 1 rupee and 10 paise. The bat costs 1 rupee more than the ball. Clear ആയില്ലേ? The bat costs 1 rupee more than the ball. How much does the ball cost? വേഗം 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 പറയൂ. എഴുതു, put it in the chat. 10 paise, 10 paise. Okay, sure. Okay, thank you. 10 paise, 10 paise. Go forward, 10 paise, 10 paise. 10. Does anyone have a different answer, please? Okay, you're going to be thinking why you said 10 now. Please plug in back the number and say whether that is the answer. Please check. This is basic algebra. 1 rupee. Okay. Okay. Somebody selling 1 rupee. Somebody selling 5 paise also. Okay. Then now what? It can't be 1 rupee because bat costs more than 1 rupee. So what is the ball cost? Cannot be 1 rupee. But do you think it is 5 paise? Okay. Now Let me give you an answer. You can look at the screen. So Parvati is right. I want you to read the question again. And now I want you to think why you thought 10 paise in the first place. I'm not going to give an answer. I want you to analyze your thought. I want you to think why you said it is 10 paise, but the answer is 5. Now I want you to convince yourself it is 5. After you are ready that it is 5, you have to send me a chat message saying okay. You give me an okay after you have been able to convince yourself the answer is 5 paise. I'll wait. Everybody has to give me an okay on the chat. Okay. Okay, Ivan, okay, good. All right. I need more okays. Okay, Devika, Abhiram, okay. This is basic algebra. I need more okays. Give me more okays. There are a lot of you there, 28 people are there. I've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 okays. I need a lot more. At least another 15, 20 I need to get. Huh? Okay. Okay. If you have a pen and a paper, please note it down and you can check it out. Okay, good. All right. So I just want you to think why you thought it was 10 paise in the first thought, and now how you convinced yourself to 5 paise. This may be a small example where you saw the question paper question and you answered completely, and then you feel, oh my God, right? Why did I say that? Sometimes happens, right? So, but when you put it back and it doesn't add up, why? But this, if you tell me it was a very simple algebra question, right? You don't even need to use the algebra concepts here, right? You're just, but why did that happen? So I want you to think. Now it is when you really think, yeah, why did this happen? By guys, there's no right or wrong answer, but this answer you have to convince your thought process, saying that how this adds up. Okay, all with me? Having fun right now? You're listening to this stuff. Okay, good. All right. Now, have you seen, anybody have you seen this program on TV? I don't know which one. It's called Genius Junior. No? Just Google for Genius Junior. It's a very interesting show on TV. In India, it comes in, I think it comes in, I don't know which channel it comes in, sorry. But it's a very interesting way that people, kids think about how they're doing these calculations. You should probably Google it and find out. Some interesting concept. So we see that we are thinking differently. Everybody has different answers. How we look at challenges, and we are looking how our mind works and how we think, right? So this is going to give you a little bit of perspective. Have you heard of this right and left brains? Yes, no, don't know. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So if you look at it, okay, good. So if you look at it, the left part of the brain is purely analytical thinking, numbers, language, reasoning, logic, and everything, right? Okay, and the right side, right brain is more in terms of creativity, imagination, expression, empathy, all those things, right? So this is how our brain is sort of divided into these perspectives. So if okay, how many of you watched this show called The Big Bang Theory?
I know about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, then she says yes. How many of you? Oh no, Abhiram has not seen this. Okay, so we actually, in different characters. So what we try to do is, if somebody is, oh no.
Sheldon and.
Yes, have you heard of Little Sheldon?
Yeah.
Yes.
Ah, okay. That is the same show, right? Do you know this guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay. So, okay, this show is called Little Sheldon. And this Little Sheldon, Young Sheldon, sorry, I forget. Yes, Young Sheldon. And then this guy grows up to be the big Sheldon Cooper, who is part of this show called, The Big Bang Theory. But if you look at this character, right? This character is designed, just like we saw the old stories and all those things. This character in the serial is designed to be a 100% left-brained character. Okay, if you go back and look at here, he cannot associate with a lot of things. You should go and look at this, this show, Young Sheldon, and he is purely on analytical thinking, numbers, and reasoning. Do you agree with me? Yeah. All right. So we do create these type of characters to personify a particular type of thinking process, and we make a joke out of it. We make a comedy show out of it. But I want you to be aware that no, this is not right. Nothing is right or wrong. But we all have both left and right brain, and we need to synchronize our thought process. And how we use them is how we behave, how we think as well. Okay. So having said that, this is the left and the right brain. Sorry, it's a little bit up here and down there. If the left side is the left brain, the green color patch that you see. You have the planners, rational thinking, logical thinking, precise calculations, and all those things is more left-brained. Right brain is more creative, impulsive, emotional, intuitive, and so forth. Yeah. So these are all how our brain sort of thinks. Different things. When we do different things, we learn new things, and also our head starts mapping a lot of, I'll just say lights in our head for right now, that connects a lot of wires. So that is how we remember things, and we are able to replicate or think through it as we go forward. Okay. So again, as you know, we all think differently. Our skills are all different. We also learn things differently, right? So we will talk about that probably in the next another session, but we will go a little bit more detail about how to learn new things. How do we are different in learning? How we'll be able to do different things differently, right? So this gives you a perspective about our learning styles as well, but I will come back to it later. And again, this is actually, you can look at the college.org website. I just took that for you too. You can see these things. So this sort of helps you to manage your thoughts. At this point of time, I would like to ask any one of you for any questions, thoughts, or comments.
Does the left and right side of the brain depend upon the hand you use?
Not all the time though.
I'm left-handed, that's it.
Okay, no, that doesn't mean that much. But your thinking process, I think there is a connection. But I'm just going to talk about all your critical thinking, your analytical thinking. So probably, if you are a person, for example, my two kids are, one is left brain, one is right brain. I can clearly say. My daughter is an engineering person, a mathematical person. For everything, it has to be black and white. She needs, I should say, pieces of, for her to believe on anything, she needs to see examples, samples, notes, and everything, right? My son is a 100% right side, not 100%, I should say, predominantly right thinking. He is studying economics. He's a different person altogether. So we all are different. Okay, there's no right or wrong, but that is going to be our skill as well, our strength as well, where we are. And eventually, the reason I told you guys about the World Economic Forum, and when we all start learning whatever we like to do, when we go to the job that we love to do, all these things will have an impact. So if you look at purely technical people, they need help in the right brain things because they're purely thinking, critical thinking. That is their job. They should have that. So exactly. So if it's an artist, probably, thinking is very different. They're more a right brain people, but they have to do some things logically as well. So it is always a different percentage of balancing to the right and the left. But this gives you a perspective about, also what you study, how you do it, and how to go forward. Also helps you in a career as well. Any other question? Anybody?
Can it be you're thinking in both sides with the brain?
Yes. So yes, it is possible, right? So thank you very much. So yes, we will have to do that. And if you go forward, so what has happened is that to help people who are left-brained to think right, there are some methods and tools as well. One of them that now that you asked, I'll tell you, one is called 6 thinking hats. Have you heard of Edward de Bono's 6 thinking hats as a concept? Probably we will address them later. Yes, it has to be a decent balance. So which we do now, there are ways to do it, but usually we have a different percentage of left and right thinking in our who we are.
Thank you.
Any other questions I can answer? Thoughts, suggestions? Okay. So what we are going to do, what is this? Who is this? I should say, what is this? What is this?
Mahatma Gandhi ji.
Let's go back.
Okay. Interesting, right? So for any Indian or anybody else that we know of, for all of us, this is Mahatma Gandhi. Yeah. If I put the same picture in front of a kid from, let's say, Nicaragua, from South African country, for some other place, some other country, okay, what do you think that person would say? Do you think that person would say this is Mahatma Gandhi? You can unmute yourself if you want to say something. No, okay, yeah, right? That person would say, oh, nice cauliflower there in the middle. Yeah, nice, good. What is that? Some bushes? And what is there? Nothing. There is, I don't know what that is. Yeah. So having said that, we also learn a lot of things, what we learn in school, what we learn from home, where we are, how we are brought up, and so forth. We start developing what is called mental models. Okay, mental models are required for us to think in the way that we think, that we do. All of us have our own mental models. As much as I said, we all think differently. We all, do things differently. Look at the same thing differently. It also comes out from the background of we are all designed and defined with different mental models. Okay. So I am going to stop with this topic right now. We will move on to different things. We are going to look at how we think and what is our mental model later. We will also look at, as I said, we all learn things differently because we have left brain, right brain, and so forth. We will look at multiple intelligence models later because we all have different types of intelligence. So we will look at multiple intelligence model later. And also we will try to look at how we can learn new things. How can we help to train our brain, learn new things, new subjects, new topics, anything that you want to do, right? So that will be all for today. I would like to ask you whether you have any more questions or thoughts. First, did you guys enjoy today's session? Do you learn anything new today?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Good.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good. Thank you. Any other questions you have in your mind? What are you thinking right now? Are you thinking? Are you sleeping? What are you doing? Yeah. Right. So you're all thinking something in your head, right? Hold on to your thought, and we will start to look at your mental model the next time. All right. Back to you.